Stop by to interact with the community and I every Friday night at 8 o'clock for live stream Fridays.
Welcome, trolls. Bruce sees all.
Good morning. I just woke up, everyone. It's 7 a.m. The sun is shining bright. The birds are singing. The squirrels are out. Just want to give you guys an explanation of what you're going to see in this video. We're going to look at the structures on the surface. I'm going to show you how the structures are built, where they're placed, how they're placed. It's not the entire crater that's built or tripped out, faked out. It's a part of the crater. The same reflectivity as the surface. That's the problem with the structures. And they're lining all the craters, and if not every single one of them, all of them. And I'm going to show you the corridors and connections. I'm not going to show you only a few of them. I'm going to show you the lines that are side by side, 4, 5, 6 long side by side pipes, tunnels, and corridors, leaving lit craters, energy sources going inside of large craters into the depths that are hidden in the darkness. I'm going to show you exactly where it is beside Mare Serenitatis along the Terminator line to see the reflective structures, to see possibly what looks like giant reservoirs that are side by side of the same type of structures and characteristics of each the same, 3 or 4 of them side by side in the video. We're going to see that in just a little bit of footage. And those of you who want to see the surface, the proof is going to be right there. There's no denying it. But if you're going to be lazy, sit back and watch during the day and not take the time to clean your screen, I'm serious, guys. The little lines that I'm trying to show you are as big as spit on a screen. So try to clean your screens, close all the blinds, be sure that everything's dark in your house. So that's what's needed for us to see exactly the structures on the surface. You want to see them, I know where they are. And I know how to see them. And I know how everyone can see them. And you don't need necessarily big telescopes, but obviously you need a bigger scope to be able to see, and the clearer the camera, obviously the quality, etc. But at a minimum price, if you're curious, from very, very far, you can see pinpoint structures. The structures I'm seeing are a bit bigger than pinpoints, a lot bigger than pinpoints actually. And I'm seeing about quarter mile small as I can see. So along Mare Serenitatis and other places, let's start with Mare Serenitatis, seen from far. What looks like objects side by side, reservoirs, anything, it just looks out of place, right? And there's a line actually leaving that. And those lines, I want to show you, they're very hard to see and they're very hard to try to show people, but please trust me and take the time, at least this video, if you've ever listened to me before, listen to each detail that I'm saying, because it's important so that we zoom into this area, to these areas, and that I explain exactly what we're looking. There's not only one object in certain areas. People ask me, where are the structures? My friends, it is lined side by side. And I'm even going to explain to you why we're not seeing them. You're actually seeing them, but you're looking through them. And this is hard to understand, but I'm going to explain it in the video. This is a very tedious video, a project, if I want to explain to you guys. We're already seeing structures and squares appear, depending on how good your eyes are right now, looking at it in full screen or not. A dark room, always a dark room. Adjust your eyes, the grayness. I love this, actually. I can get right into it and see the surface objects, even right here that I'm not mentioning, that everyone can see, I'm sure. Lots of you can. But doesn't matter. We're going to see the good stuff, and I'm going to show you what's obvious. And that's how I'm trying to attract people to get interested in this, by showing the obvious and by showing straight up without filtering. And when I say that, doesn't mean filters are bad. They're needed. You guys know I use it, but it's only an inversion I do. And I put up color filters over things. You can still use filters though, because it brings out other things. I have absolutely nothing to say about people that use the filters. It depends on what you want to show, right? It really does depend on what you want to show. But now we're going to get into some big details. See this supposed crater? Look on each side of it. I know it's hard to see, but you've all seen that there's some sort of, let's just say some sort of straight line leaving on each side. But now we're going to look deeper than that. Where I just showed you that line is leaving, later we'll come back and I'll show you 4, 5, 6 lines side by side where I just showed you that line. It's that hard to see. So look here, the 90-degree angle, but what's going over top of the 90-degree angle? At least 5 or 6 massive corridors, and they're going downwards into the darkness of the supposed crater. We're going to keep advancing here because I want to show the detail. I mean, look, we're just looking at straight up footage. We're going to get a bit closer now that our eyes are totally adjusted, right? I know some of you are probably going googly right now, but hang in there. I'm seeing a lot of structures right now everywhere in straight paths, but let's see the ones that are really apparent. Do you see the lines passing side by side, like this one, the one line that we can see? There are several lines, but they're hard to see, but they appear side by side, oscillating on and off depending. Here's some more. Straight up as day, going into the darkness of the craters. Here, look how many paths over top of this crater's edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. These long strips that everyone knows about, NASA talks about too, that we see, but they're there, they're apparent on the surface, whether it be structuring or natural, just showing what's there. But we see a lot of straight up proof just with that. This is Theophilus crater. Just beside it, Cyrillus crater, and over here, Katharina crater. A clearly unknown built object inside, right beside the smaller crater, and corridors coming to and from the crater. Rupes Altai is an escarpment in the lunar surface that is located in the southeastern quadrant of the moon's near side. It's named for the Altai Mountains in Asia and is for the most prominent lunar escarpment. So how long do you guys think this is? This is 427 kilometers that we're looking at right now. So now look here, my friends, as we're going down, it's pretty hard to deny, and this is the only thing that I'm trying to show people, how easy it is to see. The fact that these objects have the same reflectivity as the surface. I can't say it enough, but that's exactly what the problem is for most not to see these. Let's look here without filters or anything. See these lines that are going by? Just clearly stating that there are not just one. There are over most, if not all of the craters, barely almost impossible to see. But that is what I'm showing really zoomed up. And by inverting the zoomed up shot, we're able to see these lines on the surface. Lots are getting mad at me, not you guys, some of the trolls are getting mad at me and say that I don't tell people how I do the work. And you guys all know that I'm straight up showing you, look at that. Tunnelization system, my friends. This is massive. And even closer than that, with a bigger telescope, we'll be seeing what's on top of those structures and seeing more details and even finer and smaller craterlets on the surface. Just an overall fabulous surface. There, the supposed Apollo 11 moon landing. I'm telling you where they stated they landed. I don't even state whether they did or not, guys. I'm always just showing you the area of what everything is known. Look at the beautiful, clear view along the Terminator line here. These are nice shots that I really like seeing. No oscillation, close to no oscillation. We're getting there.
Thanks for watching, everyone. The support, the newcomers coming. Today, I'm going to be working hard to get another one up. See, there's so much to see in the footage that I got on the 11th, the day the supposed crash. This is exactly the time that we're viewing that because I only got about 35 to 40 minutes of footage. Thanks for watching. More on the way. Aliens are gone. Aliens are gone. And they're minding really up there. And they're minding on the moon. Aliens are gone. Aliens are gone. There's fire really up there. And they're minding on the moon. Aliens are gone. Aliens are gone. Fire, baby, and then